the search and destroy from Tribe.
Versus explicit, so.
But I mean, explicit. Come on.
Yeah, they haven't really been tested outside of UD. That's what I would say, and it's difficult to really evaluate. He's gonna find an opener. He's been sticking with the Locust and actually making it work really well. A couple kills go through right there. Somehow gets away with his life. Not getting away with his life. Nero's going to be the only player left alive. He's pinned back in the garage and probably going to get pushed relatively soon here, as I don't know what Vague was trying to shoot that RPG at, but shots from the side going to shut him down. And Tribe definitely didn't miss a beat on that one as they come out hot with the
Pack of wild wolves, my guy. They were on the hunt. I'm talking about they get the intel. Hey, they're all big. Everybody, come on. Rally the troops. They're there. I know it's not a single bit of breathing room for NYSL Mayhem. They get shut down, and now the read on the A-side push, it's going to be one pushing to the middle. That's Marshy. He's looking for the info. Staircase compromised. 3 players looking to make the peak. They are going to fall back, but Jez, my guy, Mr. 808 himself, hitting like a drum right now, but Solar able to get the refrag, and certainly a big one to open up with. Now, 2 players holding the A site. Tribe don't have the man advantage they once was. Wrong. Bolu, insert, Mac 10, absolutely dominating. And again, Mayhem, they're trying to struggle and pick up the pieces, but the Tribe roster, they have not given much wiggle room to work with.
Well, Vague rotating up through money should result in a free kill on Nero. It's going to be Tech with a better angle, able to find those last couple shots. And now Tribe lead 2-0 in the search and destroy. This has been kind of the iffy mode for them, for me, right? They've certainly, all as individuals and as a result, the team has improved at their search and destroy performance. But when we do see them struggle, this is typically the mode that does end up being their biggest struggle, right? That's where we saw them drop against UD. Vague with the FHJ, going to find an environmental under Robalo, takes down Solar as well before Space is able to come through with that SKS and does find him. Oh, Jez! Dude, Jez is the man. Jez can do it all.
It's not looking great for NYSL right now. They have been shut down. I would like to see a little bit more passive approach. They're trying to get aggressive against a team that when you move the way that Tribe does, it's just not going to work. So I don't know if this is something that they've practiced before, if it's something else, but they are having a really tough time right now. A total of 3 kills on the board for the roster, and not showing any signs of light right now. Looks like they're going to stick with the aggressive pushes, and right now going to try to just bull rush their way into the front of that A site.
Yeah, that was not the play, Cotton. Robalo Space, they combine for 2 now. It looks a little more doable. Marshy, once you don't succeed, just shove off and try again. Finally, 4th round, we see the bull rush finally pay off, but it didn't start off looking too well. Mayhem, they might have picked up a round, but again, there's still a lot of momentum in Tribe's court. We'll see if they continues to go in favor of Mayhem now as round back. They're going to go right back for the old bread and butter. It's the A push, pull side approach. We'll see if it pans out.
I'm definitely not making excuses. I'm curious if NYSL is trying to like hide S&D stress right now, because this is not an approach that I've seen like any NA team make. Just like completely trying to bull rush Tribe, because you know that it's not going to work. It might be something new that they're trying out right now, but it is definitely not going to be a consistent success. So once again, full sending on up to the A site, no major mid-map control, and Jez going to find the opening pick once again. He's still up in that money room, and he's going to be able to find another one right there. Once again, NYSL getting absolutely picked apart right now. Nero going to be able to find one from the low ground, but left and right, Slade across the board. And Tribe definitely in the driver's seat right now.
Bomb spotted.
Yeah, I think Jez coming through and proving to be a really solid sniper, even at the disadvantage that he's on pretty permanently with location-wise, is something that Tribe really needed, was a strong, consistent sniper talent. We saw Bolu try to pick it up here and there, and he did get better over the course of time being that sniper for the team. Tech, we obviously know can snipe, but that's not his preference, right? Well, Jez just doing it absolutely dirty to Mayhem. Bolu comes through the 3-piece of his own, and now Little B left alone in a 1v5. He finds one onto Vague, but Marshy cleans him up in the 5-1 lead, coming through a commanding performance out of Tribe. Finally, we're going to switch sides and give Mayhem the opportunity to play defense.
Yeah.
Maybe this is an opportunity where they can bring things back. But Tribe, this has been a solid game for them.
Yeah, it has. I mean, again, you think back to the strats. We're gonna flip the script and switch sides, and maybe now is the time for the defense to reign superior. For Mayhem, they need a big 5 round in a row to come back and, you know, kind of reel it in. Marshy and Tech, they said, hold my cup verdict. I am not looking to make this a long one. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Space dropped. Vague gonna get the credit for the kill. Vague gonna get credit for 2. That is nasty. As Nero gonna be out there. Tectonic. I mean, these rounds are ending so quickly, bro. We're at map point right now, and we're 7 rounds in.
This might be one of the fastest search and destroys that we've seen, and it's not in a result that I had expected to see. I certainly expected this to be where Mayhem had a little bit more of an opportunity. Tectonic, with maybe the greatest nade I've ever seen, almost kills himself with it. Almost pretty rough there. And, you know, I think it's a little interesting. It's something I want to call out. I think you guys mentioned it in the standoff a little bit, is the presence of the GKS in this matchup has been kind of unreal in comparison to some of our other matchups, right? I mean, we still have CBRs in play for a couple players, but I mean, we're also looking at multiple people running the GKS in this matchup. We saw Marshy with it. We've seen Tech with it. We've seen some Mac 10 use out of Bolu, and he's 6 kills deep. And, well, this one is looking pretty over. Jez going to find that final kill. And
they're looking
I mean, just no real type of momentum right there.
quicker than the search and destroy. I mean, you're looking at 1.5 rounds, potential of 5 to start us off with. And Mayhem, they're going to be on the attack off the rip now. Let's see if the strats come through here. As we're thinking, you know, kind of like tossing ideas back and forth. Maybe we're withholding a little bit. Little B's not withholding. He's picking up first blood for himself. Make it 2 there. Little B. Tectonic, have y'all met? Oh, yeah, former teammates I had never known.
Marshy is just still bobbing and weaving around the map. He absolutely obliterates Little B there on the bottom side. And now, gonna look to make his way toward the outside, see if maybe they can get a little spawn trap in right there. Space gonna be able to slide the corner, and now we see him making that change. Switching out the SKS for the GKS, and at least gonna be able to find one. NYSL still down 3 lives right here without too much control. Oh my gosh, Solar just absolutely snapped onto Marshy right there, and typically be the weaker side, but they're going to actually go for that first. I don't think they've got any trophies down right now. That B progress going through slowly but surely for Solar, and it seems like their map control looking relatively solid as well. Jez finally going to push through, and that's not going to be a gunfight that Solar wants to take. Space going to find a 2-piece on the top as well, and NYSL still down in lives, but a little bit of control. Nade goes over top there as well. Bolu is very happy to stay in this same spot over on this right side and not let anybody through if possible. That will continue as he shuts down Space.
All right, well, Bolu is maintaining control of this top door, which he might find Space rotating into right now, but Nero has a suspicion and able to take him down before Vega gets the refrag, and now Space, you can catch some out of Vega too. 5 kills in for Vega. He's now dropping down onto Solar, who is able to manage 2 ticks on the point. He's not done. Finds 4 in the feed as he gets Raballo as well. Oh my goodness, Vague is on a tear right now. 5 combo in. I do like that we've added the damage counter as well on the spectator client, so definitely another one of those big improvements to kind of the quality of life spectating in COD Mobile.
Yeah,
right now, lives dwindling for NYSL. Not a whole lot of time to work with either. 9 seconds to hop on the point. They're going to get the trophies down and make the push over to control, or over to the side area. They're actually going to be able to get the kills, and they get the B objective as well. Depending on these gunfights and whether or not they're able to get some trays right here, might be doable. I think Bolu just got a kill with a concussion nade right there, and that makes this a lot more interesting. Space is going to find Marshy there as well. Jez patrolling the top side. Player's close. He's going to take some damage. They know he's dropping down, but he wins the gun anyway. A seemingly impossible one. Not enough margin for error for NYSL. And Tribe barely manages to close that one out.
Yeah, there we go. Defense prevails, but again, it was dicey. It came down to a 5v3, and Tribe able to win the TDM. Not enough time to get on the hill for Mayhem. bounce back round for them is they're going to be able to have their shot at the defense too. We'll see how cheeky and strong this attack strat comes through for Tribe now as the round's opening up. Little B and Bolu right on the outskirts. It's going to be a feed. It's all in mayhem as they've gotten a little bit of control. That's 4 for the price of 1. Certainly, Solar just continuing. He's into spawns. Finally gets shut down, but damage done. Nobody from Tribe has gotten a single point on either of these hills. Still a minute left now. Is 5 life advantage. Space hopping the Annihilator. Nero being the demon he is content with holding down the staircase.
And they are looking strong here on the defense, but the real issue is going to be Tribe has more defensive rounds, so you got to find a way to win the. Obviously, this one's not guaranteed by any means, but no real control on either of the objective points right now for Tribe, and they're at a life disadvantage as well. They finally get Marshy onto A right there and going to start ticking upward. Trying to regen, should be able to do it. Takes care of the trophy system as well. Space over on the head glitch. He gets absolutely beamed, but Solar with the trade. And right now, NYSL looks pretty content with their position. Jez trying to make a breakthrough. He's got a shotgun out. I don't know why, but maybe the more surprising part is that he's got the Buy 15 out. It's not the R9, which we've seen a number of players use, but the Buy 15...
On a map like this, too. I mean, the R9, we've seen it search and destroy. I mean, it's control right now. What better way to, say, hey, I'm here for competition than to pull out the hopper or any of the R9 skins at that point. Jez, I mean, we're not going to question the greatness, though, as he's going to be able to find one. I'm interested to see if he's going to continue it. And Nero looking to fillet some players. He's going to be able to find one, but his feed in favor of Tribe. They need to hop the hill. It's going to be Marshy. Does it get there in time? Oh, he does. The contest, look, it's 0. Oh. But again, if you're looking at it, it's the exact time for, like, when you're in a hard point or a search and destroy. I literally don't know. Yeah, they're on A.
I would say
time's expired.
Yeah.
What am I watching right now? Tribe has a way to win this. They've only got 2 to go. They get some decent progress on A, but they're going to have to B, and they've got to be on B whenever they finish the complete. That's the thing that you got to worry about.
If you complete, it's a minute bug. Adjusted, yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. Oh, 1 life now. 1 life, TDM.
Ooh, mayhem. See the shadow right there.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a sight line on Solar there, and I would say as far as our control maps go, Summit might actually be one of the ones that has the most potential for a offensive victory, right? If you look at the likes of Slums, if you look at the likes of Hacienda, Nero does clean up that kill there. Those maps
completely
have
disagree.
A point that is you disagree?
I disagree. Look, I don't think there is a single chance on the attacking round in comparison to like a Hasi. Oh, Summit, dude, it's a blender, bro. I mean, you're right in the corner. There's people right in your face. I mean,
as far as where the spawns are versus where
objective,
they're in the middle. You have a little bit of an advantage in favor of the defense because you have that, or even the offenses. You have that access to the high ground early, but the points are right in the middle of the map. Look at Slums. Look how deep into the defensive spawns A is. Look at Hacienda. Look how deep into the spawns that B side capture point is. I mean, this is about as even as it's going to get as far as maps go.
Marshy's going to hop over onto B. Obviously, Tribe's still on the defensive side. Going to have to get these NYSL players cleared out. Nobody in the corner. Marshy doing his due diligence as he makes his way in. Space is there and just barely banks on the one missed shot out of Marshy and able to get the kill. It is Tribe still with the life advantage, and Jez sticking with this by 15. Very, very interested, but I talked to Hitman. He's the shotgun god. He says the by 15 actually has very solid range right now, so I'm curious if this ends up being something that we start to see a little bit more consistently. Obviously, not dominating by any stretch of the imagination right now, as he's got 11 and 15, but trying out some different strategies. Interesting to see. And Solar just playing peekaboo with him right now. Marshy's actually going to be able to sneak on in there, and that progress for NYSL not in a safe space. They got to make sure they complete that second tick, and it looks like that's going to be exactly what Space does.
And you can see it right there. Space hopping the hill, not afraid to play the objective tech. Rounding the corner, Little B going to be able to get the trades. Little B finding 2 in the feed. Life counter is even. You can see the progress. It's a little bit of damage on B. They've got a huge focus on A, and certainly need to find a way to extend the game. It's 38 seconds on the clock. 2 players on the objective. Is going to be Nero looking for some shots up top. Players are predicted, and sure enough, there it goes, the extension. Soul around in the corner. He's going to hop the hill. He's putting a little bit of time. Marshy peeks the wrong angle up top. He drops. It is dropped immediately. Now the push up to the spawn. Tectonic looking to hold it down. Bolu and Jez, they combine in the feed, but the kill advantage still in favor of Mayhem. Looking to reel it back in, and maybe Dave was right. I don't know, bro. I don't know how I feel about, like, Summit as a control map. It just doesn't really open the mind for creativity on pushes.
Wow. Mayhem's winning everything right now. We knew they're round, and it might be able to happen. Play TDM. Tribe's not going to invest the operators. It's not worth it at that point. Back-to-back rounds go in for Mayhem, and they're getting ready to hop over to that defensive side, looking very, very solid right there. They've got an opportunity to push this to a game 4.
Yeah, definitely looking doable right now, as we haven't seen a ton of offensive victories come in the control. We've typically speaking looked at it and said, you know what, you've got that defense on round 5 for control, so you've got that massive advantage. And again, I don't feel like that's the same here in control. I certainly think there is advantages. I would go as far as to say it's maybe an advantage for the side of the offense because you have access to that high ground. But Vague with the Annihilator in hand, oh my goodness, marches through 3 members of the side of Mayhem, make it 4. Vague has been one of the most convincing factors for Tribe here in the control matchups, and now Tech taking down Little B. Going to get that progress. Looking to be finished here on the A site. Raballo does finally come through with the kill onto him, but Marshy's here for the A capture. 220 on the hill and a 4 life advantage for the side of Tribe.
It's looking like the offensive side might not be as weak as Tribe, coming through super strong right here. The life advantage not necessarily that big, but the investment of the operators that early on paid off dividends big time. Right now, they're only 1 tick away from tying things up at 2-2, and it feels like at that point it's just a toss-up. Both teams have won a defense. At that point, both teams would have won an offense as well. Little B going to be able to find the Annihilator kill, and now looking to set up a spawn trap, trying to keep Tribe out of that push as long as they can, but you don't want to challenge Marshy up close. That's what he does. Marshy makes him pay. B going to be contested right here, but it's 3 Tribe players on. They've got the stack, and they should be able to win it here.
That's it right there. Minute 57, time's halted. The contest is in. It is going to be Bolu who's left standing alive. And ladies and gentlemen, we are tied going into our round 5. Summit is certainly spicy for control. I mean, it has come down to lives. It's come down to objective. I mean, I can't really make my, make my decision on how much I like the map, but I'm sure these players are enjoying being on either side, as we've seen success on both. Now it's a toss-up. We'll see if Tribe can hold the defense strong, or if Mayhem are going to be able to steamroll in, and that is Raballo is doing. He's going to open the floodgates. 2 players, Solar popping the operator. 2 missed shots. That is just an absolute miss to start off this round.
Well, Nero dropping in, should find a free one on to Marshy, making the break on into A. They've got the first tick enabled here. We had sightlines on Bolu Cross. Good call out for Solar there to pick that one up. Jez is able to get a refrag onto space. We have a 1-player life advantage, and well, that has quickly changed. It's now even at 22-22, and there is just so much action going on this map. We do have Vague operating the Dragonfire, getting some information for his team, and well, that's going to be big. And now Jez looking for a wallbang shot onto Nero there. He's going to find it. Again, good mark from that drone, definitely giving some extra opportunities. And now with the 3 life advantage, the hit marker through the 2 walls.
Yeah, I think you can get the kill through 1 wall, but I don't think you get the kill through walls. That's would have been a nice kill to have, but he's going to find number 4 once again. He's got a drone to work with, and that could very well be the X factor. Obviously, Tribe already with the life advantage right here. Not a whole lot of progress. And Marshy's still picking up those Annihilator kills as well. Space going to be able to take him down. NYSL chucking all of their operators into the equation, but Nero doesn't get the information. Jez, cheeky little spot there on the inside of the cage, and Space going to hop down, see if he can get something, but Marshy just comes marching down from above, throwing that concussion aid right there as well. and it's very, very minimal options right here for NYSL as they weren't able to capitalize on that one offensive round. Tribe counters with one of their own, and it looks like Tribe gonna take the 3-0 victory here, barring an absolute miracle.
Yeah, miracle or not, I mean, it's one life. You got to be flawless. You don't have any progress enough to extend the game. 11 seconds. To see. Two more.
Regardless of who they face,